Hello. Last time we went on a long EV road trip all the way from Bangalore to Ooty. You all enjoyed that video. So we thought, why not do another road trip this time? And now we are going to go from Bombay to Ahmedabad. It's going to be a 520-kilometer long journey. Will the Tata Tigor EV deliver? Let's find out. It's going to be a fun trip, so join us. Alright, so as you can see, the Tata Tigor EV has pretty good boot space. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags with us, and despite that we managed to fit the charging cable inside and also all the different equipment that comes with the car. But if you buy stuff along the way, sweets and so on, we're going to put that in the car as well. So we are packed and ready to go. So we're ready to start our journey. We have almost 100% battery and we have 217 kilometers of range. I hope you can see, and we are getting 97 watt-hour per kilometer, which is almost Mahindra E2O levels of efficiency. Now I'm looking forward to see how the car handles the roads all the way to Ahmedabad. Let's go.
During this journey, we will rely on DC fast chargers installed by ChargeZone. ChargeZone is a Baroda-based charge point operator who are electrifying multiple highways in the western Indian states of Gujarat and Maharashtra. The Mumbai-Ahmedabad highway is totally electrified, thus enabling me to do this journey. If you've not heard of ChargeZone, download their app and check out all the super cool fast chargers they have been installing on highways. The electric car community in Maharashtra and Gujarat states loves the team and the network. We hit the road at 7:30 am in the morning at Kandivali in Mumbai. We left the island city behind and got onto the highway towards the Gujarat border. We will be stopping at the town of Sonwada after we enter the state of Gujarat near Vapi. Our next stop would be at the town of Karjan just before the city of Baroda. From there, we will finally reach Ahmedabad.
If you think about it, this is something quite amazing because just 5 years back we did not have batteries that could take us for such long distances, 200 plus kilometers, and two, a fast charging network or really any kind of charging network. Back then what you had were community chargers, people who had volunteered to set up charge points on their own, or you had slow chargers. And I know what that was like because I've taken my car all the way till Vapi, Udwada, and the kind of acrobatics that I've been put through in order to charge the car, let's just say it was not very pleasant. Knowing that there's a reliable fast charging network is simply amazing, and hats off to the EV industry and to all these fast charger companies.
We had to drive for 3 hours to reach our first stop, the ChargeZone charger in the town of Vapi. However, we decided to skip that charger and drive 40 kilometers more to another ChargeZone charger. After clicking snaps in front of the charger, we hit the road and drove for 40 kilometers till we reached the ChargeZone charger at Chikli.
So we're in the small town of Sonwada, just a little bit outside of Vapi. Here we have the ChargeZone dual charger with two guns, as you can see, 60 kilowatt charger, which means you can charge 2 electric cars here.
The ChargeZone charger after Vapi is situated in a nice location with restaurants nearby. You can easily spend 40 to 45 minutes here and relax after driving for 200 kilometers. It feels really good to take this break. I also want to mention that these chargers have a very cool design. I like the enclosure that protects the chargers from the heat and the rain. These 60 kilowatt units are manufactured in India by a Pune-based manufacturer called Atul. They are extremely reliable units and work very well with ChargeZone's software. We then hit the road and we drove another 168 kilometers for another 2 hours 45 minutes towards the town of Karjan near Baroda. Here at a food plaza, we found a 60 kilowatt ChargeZone charger which again had a dual gun. So even if someone is charging here, I can hopefully use the other gun.
So I've been driving the Tata Tigor pretty much the entire day now, and I've learned a couple of things. First of all, you don't get fatigued in the Tigor EV the way you would in a regular ICE car, because obviously the lack of vibrations. Driving an electric car, let me tell you, is just way above, way better than driving a petrol car, just because of the vibration-free, noise-free driving. So lots of people ask this, what about cruise control? Don't we need cruise control in an electric vehicle? And I would say it depends on your preferences. I'll tell you my experience, which is driving the E2O, taking it on long journeys. I've developed a light foot, so I never, go too hard on the accelerator. I don't go to town on it, and I don't need cruise control. I can keep doing that for the entire journey. And maybe your mileage may vary, but I would say that I am not missing cruise control at all, and I'm still having a very enjoyable time. So we're on the last leg of our journey for the day. We're about 150 kilometers from Ahmedabad. We're at the Karjan charging point. It's only about 150 kilometers, so that's why we don't need to charge all the way. We'll probably top off for about 45 minutes to an hour, have our dinner, and then drive all the way to Ahmedabad.
You have a nice Gujarati thali place and many choices to fill yourself up while the car is filling itself up. Our only feedback is for ChargeZone to install shade for the cars as well. I feel sad to see our electric cars fast charging in 40 degrees heat. Overall, however, the experience at Karjan was very positive.
We are almost at 100%. The battery is fully charged and ready to go. We didn't have to charge this much. We could have left from here with about a 50% charged battery, but it's night time. We didn't want to take any risk. We decided to err on the side of caution. I have a bit of good news. We figured out what the bug was in that hampered charging at the previous charging destination. We faced the same bug here. What happened was that on the app, for whatever reason, it recorded the Tata Tigor as the older model with the 11 kilowatt hour battery pack, whereas the newer model has a 26 kilowatt hour battery pack. So the battery would charge up to 11 kilowatt hour capacity, and then charging would stop. That's what happened then, and it happened again here, but we caught it this time, and that's how we were able to figure out the problem. They promised to fix it, and they've taken note of it, and they will get right on.
We then hit the road and had to drive 160 kilometers for around 2 hours 45 minutes to our final destination, Ahmedabad. Our journey to Ahmedabad was uneventful as we reached the city with no major hassles. The total distance covered today was 537 kilometers. Here is a table of the time, distance and costs.
So I finally made it to Ahmedabad. We made about 2 charging stops. At each place we spent about an hour each. So at the first place we stopped and had our lunch. At the second place we stopped and we had our early dinner. And that's how we spent our time while the car was charging. So what this trip has shown us is that the 500 kilometer trip from Mumbai to Ahmedabad is totally possible in an EV. And this EV has a claim range of 220 kilometers, but we managed to get 250 kilometers by driving efficiently. And in the future, there'll be 400 kilometer range cars, 500 kilometer range cars. There'll be a more robust charging infrastructure, which means this trip will become even easier. Now, a few words about ChargeZone's charging infrastructure. We quite liked the charging stations that they set up. As you can see, as you saw throughout the video, they're brightly lit. They have a red and white theme going on. There's a lot of information on either side. Whatever you need to know is written over here. The app is intuitive. They're going to revamp it, make it more efficient in the future. But all you have to do is add money to the wallet, scan it, plug in the car, start charging. It's as simple as A, B, C. They've chosen good locations wherever there's a good food court or wherever nearby there's a mall or something like that. So you'll never find yourself at a loss to be doing something while your car is charging. So well done ChargeZone. We really enjoyed our experience and we look forward to charging at your chargers in the future. So it's been the end of a long day and I'm not tired because you don't get tired driving an EV. If you have any questions, any comments, please be sure to mention them below. And as always, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.